Welcome to ETF Watch. Hi, I'm Christian Magoon with Amplify ETFs. In this episode, we're going to look at what the market wants when it comes to Amplify ETFs. We're going to look at the 2025 ETF inflow leaders year to date. Hey, we're going to start out here with our best performing ETF year to date, and that's our Junior Silver Miners ETF, ticker SILJ. You've been watching gold or silver, you've seen that they've been on a nice run this year. A lot of concerns about geopolitical tensions or inflation or even sound money. And silver and gold are benefiting. Therefore, the mining companies are benefiting as well. And that's what SILJ is all about. Small and mid cap juniors, silver miners, and they've had some great relative performance, even outperforming silver this year, which itself has done quite well. So if you take a look at the performance chart comparing SILJ to the price of silver, you'll see SILJ year to date through March 20th has gained about 26%. Relative to the price of silver being up 16%. We think this is an area that can continue because of industrial demand, but also these other macro factors that are benefiting the price of silver over the long term. Keep in mind, mining stocks generally offer leveraged exposure to the underlying commodity, meaning they tend to go down more in a bearish market and go up more in a bullish market. So keep an eye on SILJ, one of our top inflow and performance leaders year to date. The next ETF we'll take a look at is our cybersecurity ETF, the first cybersecurity ETF to launch in the US, ticker HACK or HACK. HACK's had some very strong relative performance compared to the broad-based technology complex like the NASDAQ 100. Why is that? Well, cybersecurity stocks are really an essential service now. Governments, corporations aren't spending less on cybersecurity. They just can't afford to given the risks. So we think this is a theme that has some legs, even in a downward moving market because of this underlying demand. HACK is an index-based ETF of cybersecurity companies coming off a very solid year of performance in 2024 and starting out 2025 producing some alpha over the broad-based technology complex. So taking a look at the performance chart year to date of HACK versus the NASDAQ 100 index, you'll see that HACK has held up. It actually has some positive performance relative to the NASDAQ 100 index, which has been dragged down by about 6%. The reason behind green in cybersecurity this year is because cybersecurity spending is really something that individuals, corporations, and governments can't abandon. It's quite sticky. It's an essential service, and that makes it stand out versus many of the other technology verticals that are contained in the NASDAQ 100 index. Finally, the Amplify ETF leading all inflows this year is our largest ETF, DIVO, D-I-V-O, which is focused on blue chip dividend paying stocks. It's actively managed, and the manager has the ability to not only harvest that dividend income, but also write covered calls to produce option income. So you really have three types of defense when it comes to this type of equity product. You have large cap blue chips, you have dividend paying streams of income, and you have option income. That unique multi-part investment strategy has been able to produce outperformance versus the S&P 500 index year to date. So taking a look at the chart here, comparing DIVO to the S&P 500 index year to date through March 20th, you'll see DIVO with a little over a 1% gain, while the S&P is down just over 3%. This is alpha from high quality stocks that are also producing dividends. And of course, the manager's harvesting option income to cushion against the drawdown that's happened in equities here in the United States. In short, investors are looking for high quality in the midst of increased market volatility, and they're being rewarded in the case of DIVO's performance versus the S&P 500 index. So Amplify ETFs, we love to highlight different products, and this is one of my favorite episodes to actually highlight the products that investors are putting their money to work in. And from HACK to SILJ to DIVO, we gave you some of the greatest hits this year and reasons why we think investors find these opportunities attractive. Till next time, I'm Christian Magoon with Amplify ETFs. Take care.